And
yeah, last thing I want to do is jump in and those guys start throwing punches. Luckily, they saved it for tonight.
Prelims are so stacked. The bantamweight tournament semis are our bonus coverage, and let's get to them now. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ballator MMA now presents 3 5-minute rounds, a bantamweight tournament semi-final round fight. And now, inside the cage, introducing first, fighting out of the red corner at 5'8", weighing in at 136 pounds even. His veteran professional record stands with 39 professional victories, 13 losses, hailing from Balneário Camboriú, Santa Catarina, Brazil, Rafael Morcego Silva. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 5'8", weighing in 135.4 pounds. His professional record, 11 wins, only 1 defeat, hailing from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Rodrigo Ratinho Lima. And the referee in charge of the contest, Jason Herzog.
In the Ballator Bantamweight Tournament semifinal round, Rafael Silva versus Rodrigo Lima. Here's our tale of the tape. It's brought to you by Popeye's new chicken waffle tenders.
That's a very good Brazilian R you got. You see the record there. Rafael Silva, 39-13, very experienced. Rodrigo Lima, 11-1, but man, Silva very experienced.
The winner through to the Bantamweight Tournament final, the bell in round number 1. Brazilian versus Brazilian in the Bellator cage. That usually means something special.
Rodrigo Lima said when we interviewed him, he said, hey, with 2 Brazilians fight, it's 2 dogs, 1 steak. We both want this opportunity. I don't care who I have to go through to get it.
Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Big takedown from Rafael Silva.
Rodrigo already looking for the triangle setup, trying to get over the arm. Now switching to the arm bar.
Rafael Silva in the white trunks, Rodrigo Lima is in the white and black trunks.
Now triangle on the other side. Good defense by Silva.
This is the 53rd pro MMA fight for 28-year-old Rafael Silva, his first outside of his native Brazil.
You see Silva trying to step over to his left side, get over that knee on the weak side. Good open guard so far by Rodrigo Lima.
Lima, really active guard game from the bottom. Look at him throwing up sub-attempt after sub-attempt in the right hand.
I like that open guard technique. Going back to close, but very aggressive from the bottom.
Just see how Lima sucking in the left arm and the shoulder of Rafael Silva.
Exactly, definitely trying to work that arm. See, Silva's trying to get him against the fence, limit that mobility. So far, Rodrigo Lima very mobile in the guard.
Lima not nearly as experienced as his opponent, Rafael Silva, but for a 22-year-old, very experienced. 3rd fight in the Bellator cage, enters 11-1.
Trying to get the inverted armbar on the left arm of Silva. Man, look at those active legs. That's what I love to see. Really good ground game, really good jiu-jitsu translating to MMA. That's my favorite.
Short left hand by Silva after the big left-handed miss.
You see what it does? It stifles your opponent's offense a lot of the time. Silva right now hasn't landed any good punches, has really been defending submission attempts.
Better left hand from Silva. Saw toes in the cage a moment ago from Lima, trying to cage walk to a better position, now closes guard and opens. That is an active guard, Jimmy.
Yeah, very good. But Silva, to his credit, so far, good defense, excellent posture. Gotta worry about the ground and pound.
Short hammer fist by Silva with the right hand.
Problem is the bottom game in terms of judging. A lot of times it's all or nothing. If you don't submit your opponent, you lost that round in the eyes of a lot of judges.
Under the unified rules, the guard is a neutral position, but unfortunately all judges don't see it that way.
As a jiu-jitsu guy, I really appreciate what Rodrigo Lima's doing. I'm also appreciating defense of Silva.
Silva right back in. You see Lima really aggressively cage walking and Silva diving right back in.
The question is how long is Lima going to accept this guard position? He's obviously very aggressive with it, but when will he go, this isn't working for me, got to push out, get some space, get back to my feet?
Silva now trying to stack his opponent, Rodrigo Lima. Two very technical and very proficient ground fighters from Brazil.
Oh,
Diving
good.
back
Nice
in.
right hand.
Huge right hand on the chin. It momentarily froze Lima. Now to the closed guard.
I think now the tide is starting to turn a little bit. I think Lima's taking more shots than he is getting submission attempts out of this activity. Still working a lot in guard, but he's paying a heavy price for it now.
For the briefest of moments, Silva had passed to the half guard, now back into the full guard of Rodrigo Lima. 70 seconds remaining in round one.
Very tough round to score so far, Sean. That's a nice right hand.
Jimmy, I think you feel the same way. I love this type of fight. It's so technical. It's the little things on the ground.
Yeah, it certainly is, but also Silva landing punches. It's not just Silva defending. He's finding his spots and he's landing nice punches. Here the referee warned him about the elbow. Elbows are not legal, but that forearm smash is, and it's a fine line.
Jason Herzog, one of the best in the business, is the third man in the Bellator cage. One of the reasons Jason Herzog's so good, he lets the action flow, just like this fight. Rodrigo Lima spent a lot of this fight on his back, but he has thrown up a lot of sub attempts, moving a lot with that open guard on the bottom. Open active guard.
Yeah, also, just like this, has had a couple of sweep opportunities. He's gone for him.
Virtually all ground fighting here in round number one.
Muito bom. Tá? Encosta lá.
You see our corner cam. It's brought to you by Reebok ATV 19 with incredible traction and stability. They help you take on any terrain. Marcelo Brigadeiro in the corner of Rafael Silva.
Controlar, não dá? Então tá, olha só. Ganhou o primeiro round, tá? No começo do round você deixou ele te acuar.
Speak Portuguese in the Silva corner. They speak Portuguese in the Lima corner.
Vamos bater nele, vamos sair. Bater e sair, faz ele errar, faz ele entrar. Entendeu? Se ficar por baixo, eu quero as costas na grade e levantar. Perna direita.
See here from that first round, thinking about the guillotine was Lima already. Nice takedown. And then, shades of King Mo, that guard pass right hand. Landed a little bit on the collarbone. You see it there, landed on the neck, not quite on the chin.
Jimmy, a really interesting round one to score. Again, because the guard, under the unified rules of scoring system, is a neutral position. And if you're throwing a lot of sub attempts from your back, you can win that round. I don't know if you saw it that way.
That is how I did see it. I gave it 10-9 for Rodrigo Lima based on that active guard. But man, I was thinking hard about that one. Oh, great spinning kick. That capoeira coming into play.
Silva is a capoeira master, showing it with those two kicks. Jimmy, I thought you would score it that way. Good man.
Hey, well, you know, I'm a jiu-jitsu guy, but I try and stay neutral about it. But I thought he was very aggressive with his guard, came closer to finishing with submissions than Silva came to finishing it with strikes. So that was the decision to me.
There's the takedown from Rafael Silva. Again, I say so often with MMA judging, it's not necessarily what you see, it's what you appreciate. You're a jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah, I am.
If you're a boxing guy, do you appreciate all of those sub attempts from the bottom? Maybe not.
Like I said, I try to stay neutral, but I thought Lima did a lot from the bottom. The fans, let me know what you think. Jimmy Smith MMA on Twitter. Let me know what you think about that first round.
At Sean Wheelock on Twitter.
Problem is, as the rounds go along and you get sweatier, you get harder to even attempt those submissions. So Silva might start landing a bit more. Rodrigo Lima has to decide when the guard is not going to be worth it anymore, and that's a tough decision.
The winner advances to this Bellator Bantamweight Tournament final.
Walking up for the Uma Plata.
Slick escape by Rafael Silva.
That's what I mean. You went for an Uma Plata, ate a hard left hand. Is it worth that trade-off?
Lima looking for the triangle there, nothing.
You tell Silva has a lot of experience on the ground as well.
Good head position by Silva. Not eating shots, playing conservative. Lima, though, still incredibly active on the bottom, where he has spent the vast majority of this fight. Call for action from referee Jason Herzog.
Going hard for the knee bar. Now, will he stay down there? Will he hop up and try and turn it into a sweep? Underneath, almost an X-guard position for a second there. Rolling underneath is called deep half guard. It's a little modified here.
Look how cool both fighters are. Lima so cool, going for the knee bar, and Silva, no panic.
Oh, nice right hand.
Big left on the hammer fist then by Silva, and another. This to me is a fascinating fight.
And it really is, and what I'm surprised about a little bit is when they had that break, Rodrigo Lima did not try to stand up, didn't try and change things around, content to stay on his back.
Jimmy, I said no panic in the escape for Silva. Again, he's 28. This is his 53rd pro MMA fight. What hasn't he seen?
Yeah, and a lot of them in Brazil.
All of them in Brazil before tonight.
So it's one of those things where you go, you know, he's seen at least black, brown belt level, world level guys before. Don't expect him to panic about anything.
What subs has he not seen?
Yeah, that's true.
Can you see Silva burying in the head? Trying to stay tight and sticky.
I see this round, Rodrigo Lima a little less active. Getting tired, both guys getting sweaty. He's not as busy as he was in the opening of the first round.
See the open guard? As Jimmy just said, Rodrigo Lima not nearly as active on the bottom as he was in round one. Fishing for the armbar, not finding it.
And there's a certain confidence that comes with escaping all these submissions. You know, you think, well, this is what this guy's got, and I've been able to block it so far, and you open up a little bit more. I haven't seen Silva do that too much yet, though. Still a lot of respect.
For those of you scoring at home, remember, you're not awarded or rewarded for a submission escape. That's not in the Unified Rules scoring system. It's the submission attempt. Just a little thing to keep in mind.
And but as we pointed out, Rodrigo Lima not as busy in this second round. I'm really surprised in this open guard position that Silva hasn't tried to stand up. He seemed very confident with his stand-up early in this round.
Some disquiet in the crowd, but again, you and I really like this because it's so technical, it's so refined.
And it's aggressive, and right now Silva's the one being the aggressor, turning it up in this second round.
Can you imagine these two in gis?
That would be a battle.
Silva trying to clear the legs of Rodrigo Lima, looking to land one more big strike before the bell that ends round number two. Lima's been aggressive, but he spent a lot of this fight on his back.
Vai se batendo pra mim.
You and I really
Já
should
ligou que
learn
ele se frustrou
Portuguese.
já, né?
Yeah, we really should.
Considering what we do for a living and who we're around,
I only know the profanity from all the jiu-jitsu I've done. I only know the profanity. Rolled with Marcelo Brigadeiro, great grappler, outstanding
Não pode dar mole
submissions.
agora.
Pra ficar ele tá amarrando, tá caindo, pô, tá caindo no jogo dele, velho. Entendeu?
Corner on the
Vambora,
other
bicho.
side. Little slap there, definitely Brazilian corner. Look at that capoeira kick. Look at the balance, still able to move. Look at it, doesn't land, but he doesn't fall. Still on his feet, still bouncing. Look at that diving right hand right to the chin. Rodrigo Lima eating too many shots in that second round. Not as busy from the bottom.
Rodrigo Lima eating a shot from his corner. Jimmy, you've cornered a lot of fighters. Have you ever hit anyone?
I've never slapped a guy in the face, but I'm not a Brazilian. I mean, that's motivational speaking.
Third and final round of this bantamweight tournament semifinal. You know what's at stake, a place in the tournament final.
And that was a stop screwing around slap. You are losing this fight. I gave him the first round, but a lot of judges would not have.
So, Jimmy, how did you score round two?
I gave Silva the round 10-9. I had this fight all even.
Spinning back kick right to the stomach. The shot, the drive, and the takedown from Rafael Silva.
Man, beautiful double leg. Now this is where Rodrigo Lima has to decide, am I going to try from the bottom or am I going to sell out and try to get back to my feet? Looks like he's choosing to get back to his feet, Sean. First time in this fight. Well, looked like he was going hard for the front choke, could not get it. Modified guillotine attempt. Hips were not there.
Two fighters about 4 feet from our commentary position. We can see with the naked eye a lot of heavy top pressure from Rafael Silva.
Yeah, he's a strong dude.
Hooking the leg of Lima.
Lima still fighting hard for that triangle, but good posture by Silva. It's very hard to get.
Punches from his back from Lima. Lima almost a can opener. Again, active on the bottom. But still, it's Rafael Silva holding this top position and not relinquishing top position. Big right hand.
That's his first punch of this round that has landed. Yeah, like I said, Rodrigo Lima, I think, changing strategies, trying to get back to his feet, get something going.
He's for the suplex, and he got it.
One hook in, trying to get the rear naked.
He's got it locked
deep.
now. There's the tap! Third round submission win for Rafael Silva in his Bellator debut. Next up, the bantamweight tournament final.
Rodrigo Lima took a risk to get back to his feet, turned his back to a very dangerous submission fighter. Got his back taken, that's all she wrote. Very competitive fight.
See the elation. Rafael Silva and his trainer Marcelo Brigadeiro. Reebok ATV 19 brings you our fight replay.
You see here trying to lock up the Kimura, but took a risk. Exploding back to his feet, Silva able to lock in the rear naked, both hooks in. This is all she wrote, no way out of this one. See here, stuck to his back like glue, both hooks in. Excellent submission attack by Silva, shows that Brazilian pride. Beautiful job, great Bellator debut.
I love the hand on the left bicep for Rafael Silva. Beautiful technique in locking up the Mata Leon.
No way out of that one.
Rafael Silva, career win number 40. Victory number 1 in Bellator, victory number 1 in the United States. That's a huge Bellator and U.S. debut for the Brazilian. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap comes by way of a rear naked choke. Official time, 2 minutes, 3 seconds into round number 3 now. Advancing to the bantamweight tournament finals, Rafael Morcego Silva.
Rafael Silva said that he felt blessed to get this opportunity in Bellator, and he took full advantage, submitting Rodrigo Lima and advancing to the bantamweight tournament final.